Welcome to today's webinar. We are going to share the biblical alignment 3 steps to flow in God webinar today. So type the message below in the chat box or the message below. Let me know, where did you come from? Where did you hear this message from? Countries, cities, any place that we can be knowing each other much more. We're going to wait for a couple minutes for people to join in for our webinar. Today we are going to share the purpose of today's webinar is about 60 to 90 minutes. Learn about the biblical alignment. It can help you to find your purpose, the passion of the things you really want to do, and your destiny, which has been calling for you to do. Welcome. Type the message below. Let me know where you come from. Any country, any place that you are listening this message from. We are going to share about a biblical alignment. 3 steps to flow in God that can help you to find your purpose, to find the thing you're really passionate about, and to find the destiny that you have been calling for. The alternative advantage of this alignment can bring your life become more blessing, more wealthy, more wealth, even more health, and the relationship that you try to build. Those are the advantage when you align in biblically, flow in God with 3 steps. Okay, let's begin today's webinar. So before the webinar, we have a couple rules we would like to go over. There are 3 rules that really can help everybody here to learn more efficiently. The first rule, question, concern. Please write the notes. Don't leave everything in the chat box, in the message while we are sharing the information, while we're sharing knowledge, because this is going to be very interruption. We'll have to stop all the time and answer the question. We're going to have the Q&A section at the very end, or leave a message below if we miss anything. We will reply the message after the webinar. So number 1 rule is please write down the questions. Keep it till the end before we share. Alright. So number 2, please take a note. Respond to the question I'm asking. Sometimes I'm going to need some interaction. This can help us to getting more information in our brain, because I'm here to share information, to give out the knowledge, to give out the energy here. But your reaction has to be aligned, have to be have to be receiving by giving me feedback, by giving the answers that I'm asking for. Then this can help everybody to learn more, and the energy flow in exchange can help each other to get more out of this from this webinar. Then the last rule is please respect to each other's time. Don't post any link, don't promote anything in the chat box, in the message below, because we are here to find the way to align and push us into the blessing, into the purpose that God has put in our life. The biblical alignment is the main point here. We have to align our energy, we have to align our action. So please don't share link, don't promote anything in here. Respect each other. Alright, and please make sure you stay till the end, because at the end we are going to have a very special gift that can help you to get more efficient, to move forward through the knowledge, information we share in this webinar. So if you understand, type 1 at the comment or yes to let me know you know what we just went over about the rule. Alright, thank you very much. So let's begin. First of all, who am I? Why me? Who have the authority like me to share this information here? I got a YouTube channel within 9 months. Got a subscription, 1,500 person in the subscription. And I'm able to wake up in the 5 in the early morning just to do what I'm passionate about. I've been coding to do. Create contents, uploading 3 shorts a day, 1 powerful prayers, Bible sharing every single day since 9 months ago. Plus the long video, the webinar weekly. This brings me a very, very experience, the content sharing and also the biblical alignment, living example here. My dedication, my passion, and my coding mission with the life of the purpose has been aligned through this biblical alignment. I'm going to share you about in these 3 steps. Short amount of time, a massive amount of the dedication. Let's bring me up here to share you how I went through from before to now. Don't forget, I'm still working on Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 job, and also weekend part-time job at the night time. I have been praising a lot of the time to doing this. If I don't have this purpose, this mission in mind, I don't have this passion, how can I reach this far? You really want to know how I did it, right? Don't worry, we're going to go through it. But here, I'm going to share a little bit about my background. I'm a pastor kid. We're moving around since I was in elementary school because my father's church has been calling into a different location to serve the different church. They are a big community, always assign a pastor everywhere. From the time I've been moving around with less friends in the school, with not a lot of the long-term friends in the school. So this bring me the maturity in the early age, especially when I'm in the young. I always thinking, okay, we go to the school, we graduate, and we find a job, we find a girlfriend, and we get married, have a kid, and life will be like this, right? This is something I have been thinking when I was in the young. Even we're moving around, but this kind of thinking has been a seed planted in my heart when I was very, very young. Till the time we immigrate to Central America, Belize, Costa Rica, then America. The process is taking me like a rocket, boost my maturity fast and fast. I have to take care of my life in there with the local family. I live there without my family. I live there with other people's over there, and I take care of all the school, tuition, bank arrangement, everything. Those kind of stuff has pushed my maturity very, very fast. Especially when I moved to the United States, my study on high school of the last year, I took a lot of the certification class. I know when I graduate, I'll begin to work. Even I'm studying in the college in the nighttime, but I already begin to work in the daytime as the full-time worker. So I begin to experience a lot of the business travel, business communication with customer, with all the business operating, all kind of stuff. This boosts my maturity even faster. At a point, my seed when I was young has been bring up. Is this what we are really, really want? Graduate, work, then work and get married? I begin to search, and there is the teacher of the book come out in my mind. My first teacher of the question that I have is, Rich Dad, Poor Dad from Robert Kiyosaki. He gave me the new vision of financial world. This vision is pretty much like a new door for me. Oh, we can really stop working and still getting the income from that. That is pretty good. So I begin to read book, begin to study, and begin to take the business adventure. That include the currency trading, include the online business, include marketing agency, include the Facebook marketing, all kind of the business adventure. Oh, one more, multi-level marketing. That is pretty interesting, right? Business adventure. That took me like a skyrocket after I opened my eyes and read this book. In the process, currency requires a lot of the mental control, psychology control. So I'm asking the question and begin to approaching more books that I am encountered. That's really changed my life. Especially when I set my goal, I want financial freedom. This is the wish, like the book showing up, The Secret, from Rhonda Brandon. She opened the door for us to learn about the law of attraction. Universe attract like. What we give out, we will receive back. That is the first lesson I'm thinking. Okay, I want a big paycheck. I want a big dreams. So I'm giving out this order, the universal order, and then begin to receive back. Then the next one is the mental control in the currency. Zero Limits from Joe Vitale, where is my most important teacher. He teach me about control my emotion, how to neutralize your attitude, your feeling. If you are angry, if you're happy, if you are up and down, there is a central point which is a zero limit. You put yourself in the center without feeling anything. That is the time your intuition, your connection is much clearer at that time. And last, not the last, the universal attraction from the master Ashikarsana and the Christian change for the universe sister. They both teach me about the knowledge of how to become the YouTuber, how to build up your online business through the courses, from the webinar, from all kind of training that I has been asking for along the way. Especially the last two is the mission changer from the Lakewood Church, Pastor Joe Austin, and Kingdom University, Michael Talent. They both are my very important mentors, guide me through my mission, from the mindset, from the way I'm doing the things, from the thing I'm passionate about, content that I create every single day. They are playing the most important key as the mentor. Every single one played a very important role in my growth. I have been guided and learned one by one, step by step, one at a time. The door is just open one right after another when I ask the question, when I encounter the issue, when I pray. This is the guidance. This is the opportunity. But at the time, I have no idea. How did I encounter those guys? Because of those feeling control, the emotion control, and the belief, the pray, those people, they just show up. So this brings me into the most important principle here. I'm going to show you today the 3 steps that you can flow in God when you align in biblically. You align your trust, your attitude with God's promise. Then when you pray, you will always get answer. You will always get guidance. You will always find a door that's going to be opened up for you. Alright, that is about my introduction, about my journey. We are going to get into the class right away. So if you are ready, type 1 item comment. Let me know everyone's ready. Everyone's got a pen and paper ready to make a notes. Then let's dive in. What is the biblical alignment? I just shared from my story. 3 steps to flow in God. That is a very, very common concept. We saw in the Bible story. We know a lot of the giants in the Bible. Every single one is using this principle. Attitude, emotion, feeling. That is your inner self. Which is we call our own mind, our brain, our mental. Then Bible, God's promise, core belief, biblical verses. That is something God has laid out on the Bible. The thing we read, we go to church, we go every single Sunday, listen to a pastor. Those are the God's promise, the word. And the last, intuition, sixth sense, God's guidance. This is something very, very miraculously. It's like a supernatural side of the view. You will not thinking this is from human. This is from something higher above ourselves. That's open the door, give us opportunity, the right person to know. A lot of things is going through this part. Only when you align those 3, you will have the very, very smooth life. You have very easy life. You're gonna have a very surprising result when you going step by step. That is what I call biblical alignment. Step 1, attitude. Let me ask you a couple questions. Have you ever felt that a good emotion can give you a good day? Have you ever felt your attitude can change your action and your action can change your result? Have you ever felt your mindset can attract miracle? Like attract like. You smile and people smile back to you. You take action to the positive attitude. You receive the good result. You must be thinking, yeah, right. We all feel up and down. How can we use the feeling to attract the thing we really, really need, we want? That's a very good question. Because supernatural about us is very hard to use in the scientific way to explain. But at this point, we can know there is the emotional charge that convert the feeling into the frequency has been released through the scientific studies. They show us the lower emotion you go, the lower frequency you are. The lower frequency will attract with the same frequency of people, the same frequency result. Only when you raise up the higher emotion, happy, peace, confidence, those frequency is converting to the numbers that attract the same range of frequency. So, universe, what we call alignment, is the way we try to figure out this frequency. How can we make this signal align with the God's promise with other people? That is something we can go deeper in the later on. But at this point, I don't want to go that deep because attitude, as the common way we say, is your mindset, is your belief. We can use a simple phrases that we already learned in a different way to change this attitude right away. Those phrases we use every single day. We just using in a differently. We just have the object, the target in a different way. That can bring your feeling and the frequency in a different result. So the first phrase that we are going to share is thank you. 1 Thessalonians 5:16-18. God wants us to give thanks in all circumstances. What do you mean by that? By giving your thankful heart will attract other people to give the thankful heart to you. We already share, like attract like. You smile, people smile back. You give thank you, people give you thank you back. Those are the very foundation attraction that we are experiencing. But the different way we're going to use can separate into the people, the object, and your feeling. When you say thank you to the people, people give the thank you appreciation back to you. When you give thank you to an object, something like money, something like food, something like cars, something like house, you give thanks for, then those objects, those things will reply to you with quality, with efficient, with more happiness when you're using this. Agree? Last one, when you say thank you to the feeling, you are going to take your feeling into the level that you realize, okay, I'm angry, but I'm thank you for the angry because this angry helped me to learn the way to treat people differently. I'm thank you for my weakness, my confidence. I'm lacking of all kind of stuff. Those are the things that we can exercise every single day. When we encounter, we just give thanks. We give thanks. That's how you give thank you for every single thing. And when you practice more and more, your feeling will getting sharper on your sense, on your intuition. Those are very important. Okay, the second one. I'm sorry. From the Bible, Psalm 51, 3-4. For I know my transgression and my sin is always before me. This is the David's prayer. Through the process, he is taking other people's wife for himself. He's sin in adultery. And through the time, his power, his authority in the kingdom has been moving downward very fast. Till he realized, I need to apologize. I need to say, I'm sorry. Take up my responsibility to my sins before God can forgive and can help me to restore. So I'm sorry. The way we are going to use differently is to yourself. I'm sorry to apologize for lay down the weight and the regret and the guilt of my own. I'm sorry. When you say I'm sorry to myself, it will take your weight of guilt, your regrets, your bad feeling away. Very in a angle that you cannot explain. How do I say that? If you say I'm sorry to myself, you are taking the responsibility of my self-feeling. Regrets, guilt. Okay, anyway, I'm sorry when you say to yourself, the most important thing is you're taking the responsibility, just like David. If you say I'm sorry to the object, you actually shift the mind from the problem focus to the solution focus. You are not going to focus on your bad thing, your bad situation, because you take the responsibility back for your mind. Okay, things happen. Then what's next? If you say I'm sorry to your feeling, you accept the reality of your feeling is feeling bad, and this is going to move you away from focusing on negativity, focusing on the bad things that attract bad things. Remember? So when you take the responsibility, you actually accept the reality and ready to move to the next step. Alright. I'm sorry. This part is about the responsibility. The next one. Please forgive me. Matthew 6:14-15. For if you forgive others people when they sin against you, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. The only way to put down your pride is to ask other people's forgiveness. Agree? So when we say, please forgive me to other people, you lay down your pride, you restore your connections, you will actually rebuild the relationship. When you say, please forgive me to the object, you are reconnecting the object that you are asking forgiveness for. Maybe sometimes you treat the money is in the wrong way, you spend like limitless, you spend whatever you want, but you didn't concern about the real thing that money can bring into your life. You ask for forgiveness, then this relationship is going to change and you're going to begin to think money in a different way. Same thing applies to the relationship and health. When we ask for forgiveness, things will change from the first perspective to the third person perspective. We can think more, how can we utilize the object much better. The last one is feeling. Same thing. We have to take down the responsibility and ask for forgiveness to our feeling. Our feeling have the characters. When they come out, they are very awful. But if we ask for forgiveness, if we ask for forgiveness about our depression, our angry, our anxiety, they will understand. You will begin to reconnect with those feelings and begin to shift little by little away from the negativity side. You're going to begin to think on the positive side. Okay, how can I reconnect those feelings in a different way? Maybe anxiety is bringing me into the different angle of thinking, the consideration. Maybe the depression is giving me the new opportunity for me to see the new way of doing things. Those kind of angle only happen when you ask for the forgiveness to reconnect those emotions. The last one, the most powerful one, I love you. John 13, 34 to 35. A new command I give you, love one another. The most powerful words you can give to recharge other people's energy is give your love. When you give the I love you word to yourself, you recharge your energy, you recharge your self-esteem, you charge your confidence. I love you is the most powerful word. If you say to the object, they will be appreciated. The object will have the energy that's influence, that's reflect everything around it. I love you to your feeling. With good feeling, with bad feeling, I love every single feeling I'm giving out. Those feelings can be very important indicator for your today's mood, today's emotion. Just like an example I learned about become the sales from Brian Tracy. He say, before you go to talk to your customer, look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you, I love you, I love you. I will do it. I'm the best. I am powerful. Those are the things that you build up with the self-confidence. I love you, most powerful word. Those 4 phrases can be a very important tools to switch your emotion, your attitude, even your feeling in a moment. When you say any of the phrases in a particular moment, your feeling, your situation will begin to shift because your mind is no longer in the problem. You take a responsibility, you charge yourself, you give appreciation, and then you are asking for forgiveness. Those are connected. You just have to experience when they come along. That is one of the way we can give thanks to every single situation, just like the Bible told us. Try it today. All right. So if you got any, if you have anything that's in mind that you want to ask, don't forget to put a question on the side. We're going to go over with at the Q&A session at the very, very end. Okay, let's continue. So, step 2, belief. Let me ask you a couple questions. Have you ever felt the bad luck keep happening to you? Have you ever felt the same situation always happen again and again? Have you ever felt the habit you have a hard time to change? You believe what you believe. Scientists explanation the behavior is come from your unconscious mind. Your unconscious mind will rule your life. Why is unconscious mind then? Those are something you have programming inside of your brain. When you are young, when you learn from your parents, when your teacher influence you, when your friend treat you this way, those are become your mark in your brain. And those unconscious mind will act automatically if a similar situation come out or attracting the similar situation over and over again. This is one of the reasons why my girlfriends always break up with the same reason. Why my family, we always get into argument with the same thing. Why we always get blamed by our boss in the same situation. Those are the unconscious situation has been attracted for the same thing over and over again. To explain this much easier, conscious mind is what we are thinking, thoughts, or brain process when we are awake. We're thinking what to eat, what to do, how to plan the day. This is conscious. Unconscious is something behind the brain when we sleep. We'll have dream, we'll have the different thoughts, we'll have different reaction when things happen. And superconscious is the ultimate concept. You connect the idea, dreams, goal with that's renunciation with everyone else. We're not going to be that deep in this moment. We just focus on the unconscious mind because the belief, we read the Bible, we learn a lot, but why we still poor? We act a lot, we try to do a lot of things that the Bible teaches us, but why we still not get blessed? Those are something we have to deal with unconsciously. Those unconscious mind has to dig down to the deep. You find why you react, why you attract the things in a certain way. Let me give you an example. Money. This is most people's challenge of their work, of their life. But with the money, what is the most common belief we have from our parents? Money is evil. Rich people, their money come from the source we cannot explain. They are doing something bad to get those money, all kind of stuff, right? Those are the programming your parents teach you. Don't get rich because rich people is bad. You get rich, you are the bad guy, right? But what is the real reason behind it? We can begin to dig down into the bottom of our belief till we find out what is the unconscious programming behind it. The easy way to do this is by asking the questions. Why? Why our parents think the money is evil? Why they think the rich people is bad guy? Why the parents think the money is hard to earn? They always find it. Maybe the parents, they think the money is hard to earn and they always find an excuse for themselves not to earn, not to work hard for the money. But Jesus come with abundance. People around us looks not blessing. That is probably the reason behind why money is bad, money is evil. Those are the first answer we might think of. Then we need to keep going down. Why we think people around us It's not blessing when they believe in Jesus. Why our parents thinking money is hard earned when they try to find an excuse for themselves? Maybe they don't have enough education to find a job. They don't learn, they don't keep improving their skill. The people around us might go to a church and never share about their secret, how they earn their money. So we have those kind of the understanding, thinking rich people, they always have the gap between rich and poor. That could be the reason behind our first set of the answer. We are not there yet, so let's keep going down. Why our parents thinking not enough education to find a job? Why the people around the church never share the secret of how they earn the money? Maybe our parents, they don't like to change. They are lazy to learn, they're lazy to change the job, they're lazy to moving around. In the church, maybe when they share how they earn money, they always easily get envy. They always easily get gossiped so badly. That's why they stop sharing. That could be the reason behind it. Not yet. We are not in the core yet. We can still dig even down more to find what is really behind this belief. So why they are lazy, why the parents are lazy, why the people in the church, they feel it's easy to attract the gossip and bad things. Maybe our parents, they don't believe themselves. They don't trust themselves. They don't think they are smart enough to improve. They lose self-confidence. They lose the self-esteem. And the people in the church, they don't feel comfortable when they are sharing. They really don't trust people. Till this range, we ask 4 times of why. We can keep going down if you need to. But in order to unlock our unconscious mind, 4 why is enough, because we already figure out the key element behind this unconscious mind. Self-esteem, self-confidence, trust people. Those are our core beliefs why we are lacking of money. With those beliefs, now we know our unconscious mind. We always lack of money because we lost confidence to improve. We don't trust people when we share. We don't move forward with the thing we have to do to improve. Now, how are we going to deal with those beliefs? Remember the step 1? We need to align with our attitude to the belief. We can using those phrases to pray for those core beliefs. I'm sorry for lack of self-confidence. Please forgive me, self-esteem. Thank you for not trusting people, because this gives me the chance to learn the lesson I need to learn. Please forgive me if I act in the wrong way that have people around me don't trust the people. Those are kind of examples that I want to share. You can align from the prayer to the thing you believe. Now, we deal with those problems. How are we going to feel with the right belief, right attitude? Well, the most powerful statement we can create is I am sentence. A lot of the teacher, they teach sales class. They teach how do you create a self-esteem, how do you get out from anxiety and depression. We always build up the confidence with the I am statement. In the church, from the Bible, we always have this I am statement here. The easy phrase we learn can be applied for any positive emotion. The things I learned from Pastor Joe Austin is every single Sunday, they finish worship, they deal with the emotion, they are going to fitting in their mindset with the positive word of God by saying, I am blessed, I'm prosper, I'm redeemed, I'm forgiven, I'm healthy, I'm whole, I am creative, I am confident, I'm disciplined, I am prepared, I am focused, I'm qualified, I am motivated, I am valuable, I am free, I am determined, I'm equipped, I'm empowered, not average, not mediocre, I am the child of the Most High God. I will become all I was created to be in Jesus' name. Amen. That's it. That is a complete positive affirmation statement Pastor Joseph has been declared every single Sunday with the members. So begin exercise little by little, because when you align your belief with your attitude, you will begin to see your environment change, because you are going to begin to attract the same frequency. Your feeling is going to raise up from the bad side, the negative, the anxiety, depression, bad feeling, angry, all kind of stuff. When you take responsibility, you pray, forgiven, everything will begin to move up. Then your frequency will begin to attract the same thing to you. Last step. Step 3. Guidance. The most important step to find your passion, your destiny, your purpose, your future. Let me ask you these questions. Have you ever felt the multiple events happen in coincidence? Have you ever felt the situation was come in to you in such supernatural way? Have you ever met the persons show up in a favor that's without any reason? This is a magical moment of this guidance. A sign of guidance is also same as a sign of your intuition. In the church, we have been told to confirm if this sign, this answer is from God. Our elders always teach us, when you devotion, the Bible verse will speak to you. When you're feeling good, that means you are aligned with this answer. When the elders support your decision and the pastor support your decision, those are the 4 alignments that we learn from the church. If this will is from God, we ask all those 4. If everything aligns, yes, this is from God. Remember, pastor always show us to align with other elders, other spiritual mentors, our own peace, our feeling with the Bible that speak to us to confirm if this is the will from God. But if you trust in God, believe His promise, and ask for the help, guidance will always show up. The answer will always show up. The door will always open. The person, the video will always drop in your life. This guidance, intuition, has to be built on the top of our first 2 steps. When you align, when you believe, then you see the door open, everything coming in. You can easily confirm with those 4 signs that church teach us. You will easily to recognize this opportunity, this door is my answer. God want me to walk into it because I feel comfortable, I feel peace, I feel positive when I take the action. That is the guidance part that I want to share. Now, let me share a couple stories here. For my story, how in my story, I have the experience getting into a car accident. Okay, this accident is a tail hit. I called the police, we filed a complaint, we filed the insurance, we find a lawyer to take care of everything. Finally, I got the settlement from an insurance company. But 6 months later, car got stolen. Same process, go over again, report the police, report the insurance company, got a settlement. Then I have money now. I get a card, second-hand car, I pay off. No more payment for the car. Anyway, that is one of the blessings that's through this sequence event. But the more interesting part is my job, my day job. My boss, they begin to shift into the different direction. They require us to drive a lot. They require us to driving around the city, the town. Then I realize, wow, this is a guidance from God, from an accident, from a stolen car, from getting a new second-hand car, just because God knows the application of my job is going to require that. This guidance is something I call a supernatural miracle. It's nothing about the prayer. This is just the destiny. God knows what I need, and He orchestrates everything around me moving to that direction. Now, let me share another story about the guidance. Pastor Joel Osteen, the Texas Lakewood Church, who has been changed since his father passed away. They are expanding the church because the new message they are sharing is positive, is motivative. This is something that's no one else in the church has been ever teach. This positivity mindset, blessing, promise has been his core teaches in the preach, in the sermon. So when their church begin to expand bigger and bigger, they need a new place to feed those people. And they begin to looking for the land. They pray for the land, but somehow the land got sold under their acknowledgement 3 times till they found the land about this compact center. The things begin to align little by little. They pray for the land. In the process, they purchased a radio station. They got the issue about their personal income tax. All those events has been leading them to have the person connection to deal with compact center opportunity. When it's released for them to purchase, now they have the connection with a lawyer, they have the fund with a radio station. Everything has been aligned together when they pray. Even though their situation is not even finished till they move in. The big company filed a lawsuit against them and end up with almost couple years for other side to drop the lawsuit and rent them a big parking space for the church. Those are the guidance, those are the events, those are the orchestrated from God's guidance. We can say it's a miracle because they pray. But if we watch closely, they trust in God. They declare the promise in the Bible. They ask for the help in the situation. Then the answer, the person, the font, everything showed up. Did you see that? This is the biblical alignment. Emotion, promise, and guidance. Okay, that is about the biblical alignment I want to share. If you have any questions, you can begin to type the message below, leave the chat box below. We will answer the question maybe in a separate video, or we are going to reply a message when our live webinar ends. This is going to be posted online for you to rewatch, to learn how the biblical alignment works. Later on, we might share deeper about the same biblical alignment message in the next webinar, or we can share something else that's apply the biblical alignment, which is we learn today. That is a lot of the open option we can do in this biblical alignment. The only thing is, if you don't believe, then it's not going to work for you. If you believe, this biblical alignment is going to bring you the fortune, guide you to the future, give you the destiny, bring the fortune, the blessing that you ever wanted into your life. God gave us the free will to pray, to speak, to believe, and to act. If you don't believe any of those, nothing is going to work for you. Like attract like. Don't forget, if you believe, then the thing will work according to your belief. Alright, thank you for the people who stay till the end right now. We are going to review our secret gift for you. Because you stay till now, I know that you really want to find your passion, your destiny, your purpose in life through this biblical alignment we just shared. It's very easy to teach, it's very easy to explain, but sometimes it's very hard to exercise your own. Sometimes you hit the block. I cannot find my core belief, what to do next. Maybe I don't know how to pray the prayer in a different way. How can I do? Maybe the guidance is come out. I'm not sure. Even I align, I still have a lot of the question about it. What can I do? Here, I'm going to offer you a free 30 minutes one-to-one consult. It's going to be the life coach, Zoom call, or any FaceTime, any phone call that you preferred, or we can arrange one out. We can talk more about what is your obstacle is. Of course, it's no charge, it's free. I just want to do this in the passion of my calling. I try to help people to align, find a purpose in life. Those 30 minutes, utilize those, because you will never know what this call will change your life. Maybe a little suggestion, a little idea, a little intuition that God has put in my heart can inspire your action, inspire your new ideas. This process of finding your alignment, your purpose, is a journey. It took me years to figure those out and systemize everything. Even I read the Bible, I grew up in church, I just realized when I can align everything just like the big giant, they align in the Bible. Very interesting, because the people in the giant from the Bible, they already align. We just don't know the way why they are so successful, because God's the guidance, because God's blessing. But when we going through the story one more time with this biblical alignment, we can realize attitude, feeling is the first thing they encounter. Then the God speaks to them, they declare, they trust God. Second, then God will give the opportunity, the chance, the doors for them to push forward to their destiny. We just have to be exercised. We have to practice every single day. If you got anything that you want to ask, leave a message below in the chat box. If you want to connect with me with the 30-minute one-to-one life coach, click the link below to schedule up, or leave a message below if I haven't have the time to post the link below. This is going to be your free gift that I give to you. In the calling that God wants me to help you to align with His purpose. Every single person in our life have a purpose in life, have something meaningful that God wants us to do. It can be a new book we need to write. It could be the new knowledge God wants us to share. This could be a new business God wants us to open, or any other things. You will never know what is this purpose of destiny God has put in your life is going to reveal. Only you align. Only you begin to have a deeper connection. The intuition, the sixth sense, the idea, the purpose, everything will begin to show up little by little. Trust me. That is how I come from. That is how I learn the biblical alignment. Found the purpose I have right now. Create the contents. Help people to learn the biblical alignment, especially the people who have living, serving in a church, listen to pastor message for years. Their purpose hasn't revealed 100%. They still have a lot of potential. Because of limitation in the church, it's hard for them to know God's guidance, God's intuition. So this is the way for you to break through, to learn a new way of reading the Bible, learning the new ways how God is going to guide you to your next life stage. All right, it's about the time we are going to end up our webinar here. If you need an appointment, just click the link below, leave a message, let me know. If I have time to post a link, you will find the link below. Otherwise, just leave a message, let me know. I need one-to-one. Just leave a message, very short phrase. I need one-to-one. Then I will know, I'll reply the message with a link or anything that we can arrange a time to talk on the phone, to get a Zoom call. Then we can go over with the alignment question you might have. From the alignment, the journey has just begun. It will be an extraordinary, amazing journey after you align, because you will have the magical Aladdin lamp. You're going to make a wish, you're going to ask the question, then you will get the answer. I can't wait to see you in the life coach. All right, that's about today's webinar. We are going to end right now. Just leave a message below. Got any questions? I will keep going on with my daily powerful prayer. This is going to be live every single day. If you got any question, you can also leave there as well. If you need a prayer request, I would love to pray with you anytime, any moment. Okay, let's end up today. I will see you in the next week for another webinar. Bye bye.